welcome back to my YouTube channel. Oh yeah, it's a pleasure to be here. This is Chisu, and if you're new here, thank you for coming. Thank you for dropping by. Please like, share, subscribe. Show some love. Show some love. Show some love, and please share with your friends if you find my videos helpful. And if you think there's something you want me to talk about, or there's something you want me to improve on, I'll be glad to embrace change and work better on myself too, for to get better in every sense of it. So today I'm going to be talking about the Ontario Immigrant Nominee Program streams. That's the OIMP. I'm sure if you're an international student, you might have heard about it. Maybe you don't have the full gist about it, or you're still thinking, how do I go about this, and things like that. I'm just going to be shedding more light on what the OIMP actually means, and I'll run through all the stream, and I'll also make a video on how to create expression of interest, what you should do, and how to position yourself strategically. So basically, this is just an introduction video to what OIMP is. If you're in Ontario and you're considering permanent residence in Ontario, you might want to stick around. Even if you're not in Ontario, the OIMP has several streams that cut across international students, foreign workers, people that are even outside of Canada. So you might want to stay good. So let's get into it. So the OIMP, if you've probably stumbled on it, the full meaning for OIMP is Ontario Immigrant Nominee Program Streams, and it's actually province-based, right? And it's not just for international students. It's a way that foreign workers, skilled workers, business owners, international students can actually apply for permanent residency in Ontario, and how Ontario can actually bring skilled talents, skills that is very important to the economy, to the province. So there are several programs. And I think it's about 9 of them under this particular stream, under this OIMP programs. There are 9 of them. I'll be dwelling more on the one that pertains to international students, but I'll mention a few things. But if you want me to still shed more light on each of the stream, I will be glad to do that. But the one that I've experienced, that I'm very familiar with, is what I'm going to talk about first. So I'll first give a run through of what the program is like. Just try to explain it to you, because for example, I met a lady in my place of work. Imagine she's finished 2 1-year course, and she doesn't even know an OIMP exists. She was waiting for Canadian experience class until she's worked for 1 year, or she's gathered at 1,560 hours, which is the criteria for the 1 year or 9 months of work to apply for Canadian experience class. No, you don't have to do that as long as you've studied in Ontario. So I'm going to be talking about all the streams. I'll give you a rundown of all the streams, and I would dwell more on the international student stream. So now, the OIMP is actually a province immigration program, and we all know that Ontario is one of the provinces in Canada, and of course they work hand in hand. Whatever they do has to still get to the federal level, which is the government, the IRCC. So either you're a foreign worker or you're an international student stream, as long as you have the right skill, right, and the experience and education, you can apply for these nomination programs. Now, these nomination programs is actually for permanent residents. I mentioned that before. And if you run through, you take your time, you do your personal research, you can see which one applies to you. The stream are actually 9 total. Yeah, and it's in 2 categories. So now the Ontario Immigrant Nominee Program, it has 2 major systems, right? The expression of interest, that is going to be solely to the Ontario website, and then the one you have to create express entry profile, and then you still have to apply for Ontario nomination program. So either of the 2, you can either do register for the expression of interest, or the express entry system that Ontario, you let them know you wish to come to Ontario, and that you wish to apply under them. So it has nice streams that you can actually qualify for. So there's actually a stream selector calculator online that you can use to, put in your skills and education, and you can do the simulations, and you can know what works best for you. So under the Ontario expression of interest stream, now to qualify for this, you must create an expression of interest online, and you must wait for an invitation to apply. That's ITA, and it's a non-express entry pathway. Like, it's non-express entry. You don't have to go back to express entry, and that's why I said it is two systems. One, you have to go through express entry. Then the other, you have to just create an expression of interest on the Ontario website. Now, if you have a job offer in Ontario, you can apply for the following. Now, the first one is employer job offer, foreign worker stream. If you're a skilled worker and you have, you're above median wage, because all these criteria are scoring factors, right? You have a full-time job in Ontario. In the NOC, they're actually particular about, you can apply under this stream. This is the foreign worker stream. It's going to also accumulate your experience from your home country. Now, the second one is employer job offer, international student stream. Now, all these are if you have a job offer in Ontario. All these are if you have a job offer in Ontario. So, international student stream. Now, if you recently graduate from an Ontario college or school and you have a job offer, you can apply under this stream, international student stream, and you don't have to have more than one. You can if you choose, but the criteria is for you to have at least one Ontario certificate, and it's not secondary school. I mean, it's college post-secondary. Then the third one under the employer job offer is the in-demand skills stream. Now, under this stream, if you have a job in an in-demand sector, right, there's also a breakdown of the sectors that are in demand. You can also apply for this particular stream. All the stream are non-express entry pathway. They are non-express entry pathway. Once you get invitation to apply, submit your document, you get your nomination approval, get your nomination certificate, you apply directly for your permanent residence. And that's it. So all these are if you have a job offer in Ontario. Now, if you finish in a master's degree or a PhD degree from Ontario, you can qualify for the master's graduate stream. If you finish from any Ontario university, you can qualify for the master's graduate stream. Like, this has actually been in existence a long time ago. All these employer job offer were actually new initiatives, right, to retain people in Ontario, because now a lot of people finish their course in Ontario because they know that after 1 year they move to Alberta, move to other provinces and BC that have shorter duration PR approval for people. And I think when Ontario saw I think there was statistics that showed that maybe in 2022 to 2023, there were about 17,000 migrated from Ontario. So they had to do something like, okay, we're ready to retain you if you have a job offer. And that is actually very sweet. I love that. So now, I moved ahead to the master's graduate stream. If you finish the master's degree from any Ontario university, you can apply. I mean, it's direct. All these one are non-express entry pathways. Non-express entry pathways. Now, PhD graduate stream. Now, for this particular stream, you must have completed your PhD in any Ontario university. So, Ontario is actually looking out for the best of the very best. I mean, best. So, that's why they are putting out all this. All these are non-express entry. You don't have to go back to get 600 points and then wait for a PNP, IRCC draw. No. They are non-express entry pathway. When you get all your approval, you apply under the province nominee class and straight away. So it's that easy. So if you fall into any of this category, get all your documents together and please do your expression of interest quick. I'm going to make a video on how to create an expression of interest on the Oinp. So yeah, now to the express entry streams. So if I can count that now, I just mentioned 5. Right? I think it's 5 already. Yeah, 5. The foreign worker stream, employer job offer. International student stream, employer job offer. In-demand skill stream, employer job offer. Then master's and the PhD stream. That's 5 already. So now, under the Ontario express entry streams. Now, for these, you have to create an express entry profile in the federal government express entry system. and you must have a profile and receive a notification of interest from Ontario. A notification of interest from Ontario. So when you get that, that's when Ontario gives you the extra 600 points, and then you remain in the pool until they do a provincial nominee draw, right? So if you have the skill that is required, that Ontario requires, you can check out this particular stream and create your own profile to qualify under this Ontario stream. Now, then the next one is human capital priority stream. So you can apply for this human capital priority stream if you have the required skills and experience, education, language abilities under this particular stream. Now, I can actually go in details of each one of them, but I'm just running through all the 9 of them. So we also have the skilled trade stream. So if you have foreign workers that have eligible skilled trade can apply under this. So now I've mentioned 5 earlier. I mentioned express entry stream, and then the human capital stream, and then the skilled trade stream, and then the French speaking skilled worker stream. So if you're bilingual, you can speak French and English, or you can just speak French, and you have French speaking with strong English language ability. I mean, but you have to be bilingual, not just French. Okay, so you can apply under this foreign speaking skilled worker stream. You can apply under this category. So under this category, it's express entry pathway, right? You get notification of interest, and then you get the 600 points additional of provincial nomination, and then you get your IT. So for all of this, you must either register for expression of interest, or you get into the express entry pool. So you can actually check up Oinp draws in the last 2022-2023 and see the trends. So now for today, I'm going to be majoring on Oinp, international student stream, because like that's what is peculiar to me. So now this international student stream, if you're international students and you have a job currently, or you're finished your studies and you have a job, a full-time job. Now the criteria for the full-time job is at least 30 hours a week with possibility of overtime, of course. And the wage, I don't think there's a criteria to the wage, right? Just that the wage would either increase your score or decrease your score, but must be 30 hours at least full-time weekly, and your employer must be able to fill the form. But the job offer must also be skilled occupations in this tier of National Occupational Classification, right? The NOC must be in tier 0 to 3. Now, it's actually open to all international students in Ontario now who are still in Canada, or they have even left. It's actually open to them if you have a job offer. If you've left and you have a job offer, you're willing to come back and you're applying for a PR, it's actually, something. But I think it's going to apply mainly to people that are still in Canada though, because why would you leave when you have a job? So you must create an expression of interest in the system, and then you wait to receive, invitation to apply. That's very sweet before you can apply. So if you get nominated, then your next step is just apply to IRCC. It's that easy. That's all. That is all. That is all. So for the job offer, okay, let me run through the NOCs. So the criteria is full-time job and permanent. No contract. No, it has to be for 2 years or 1 year. Full-time job and permanent. At least 30 hours a week. And no end date. The job offer must not be contract-based, must not be seasonal. So a lot of people that work with agency might not enjoy this, but there's some agencies that are actually, helping people with PR now that I heard. So it must be in the NOC tier 0 to 3. Now the pay the wage, must meet or be higher than the low wage level. That's like $17 and above. So for that occupation in, the specific region, and also if I think you have higher chances if that job is outside of GTA, like outside of Toronto. So you check out for your wage range in Canada Job Bank. So, but if you're working in this position, your wage must be equal or greater than the wage level that the employer currently pays you in that position. I mean, the wage requirement do not apply if you have a collective agreement. And what else? Well, all these ones are just stories, but so, and the employer also needs to fill a form. Now, in the employer form, the employer must prove that, okay, they actually need you in this particular position and it's urgent to their business. So it must be an employer that's actually willing and passionate enough to, fill this form for you. And the work must be based in Ontario, and you must genuinely want to stay in Ontario, like for maybe the period of your nomination or for a couple of years. You must be willing to stay in Ontario. So, and the job must be based in Ontario, not like you go to another province. No. And it allows you to apply for your family alongside, apply for your kids, your husband. Yep. Yes. And also you must, if you have any previous degree and you want to, because you're going to indicate if you have previous degree, and if you do, you have to have done your WES. You have to have done your education evaluation. I mean, WES is just general, right? But there's some occupations there's some courses that it's not WES that evaluates their degree. So please pardon me, I might not know all those things, but do the education evaluation that applies to you. So you must be a graduate from a Canadian institution, a college graduate from Ontario, or a university graduate from any Ontario university. And it must be from not a private college. It must be from, I think, a public, private, or public funded college. Because all these private colleges that enroll you for all these short courses are not eligible. So they are not eligible. Don't even think about it. So that is the run through of the Ontario International Student Stream. So you must show that, and you must still be in status. You must not have been out of status. So I mean, if you're still a student, you might not get a score, but if you're in work permit, I mean, if you got in your PGWP, you get maybe additional 10 points. And for the application period, you must remain in Ontario. You must still be working at that your place of employment that employed you. So there are also requirements for what's expected of your employer, but I'm sure that it's not much of a big deal as long as the employee they file their tax and they're able. And I mean, I think every employer that does the right thing will be willing, except maybe employers that have shitty deals. I don't know, but I don't know about that, but employers that have their record straight will be able to fill this for you. So quickly touching on the NOC, is actually a long list. You have to find your NOC online, check all the NOCs in tier 0 to 3. You just have to go and check it. You have to check it one by one and see what applies to you. So for me, I was, I work as a health worker in a long-term care, and the tier 3 applies to me, nursing aid. But if you're PSW in home care, you have to go under the in-demand stream. So there's also the in-demand stream, and there's the foreign worker stream. So let me just quickly brush through the in-demand stream as well. I think the requirements are the same thing. Your employer must be willing to fill the employer form. The job must be part of the in-demand jobs in Ontario, and it must be full-time, 30 hours. The wage must be. So there is a run through of the in-demand that they want, and it must be either any location inside and outside the GTA. So there is a rundown of the NOCs that they actually need, right? You just check to see what applies to you. I'm going to post the link somewhere so you can check through and read through. Your wages must be higher than the median wage. I've mentioned that. Like, it's the same thing for the international student stream. The only thing is that your category, your NOC category, if it's not in the international student stream category, then you can find your category under the in-demand stream. So I hope with this viewpoint of mine, you have a better clarity on what the Oinp program means and how you can actually tap into it. I don't know, I might actually make videos giving other details of the ones for express entry and the ones for the expression of interest. But for today, I have dwelt on the international student stream because that's one I'm very familiar with, that I've also explored, and people around me have explored. And the in-demand stream, the foreign skill worker too, is also very, very a good one to look to if you're on a work permit. You can read through. Just check Oinp and see the programs. Just take your time to read through. And I wish you all the best. If you need any questions, if you have any questions, if you need any further clarity, don't hesitate to ask the questions. You can follow me on my Instagram. You can slide into my DM, ask your questions. I'm open to answering and helping as much as I can. And it's all for free. Thank you for watching today. Thanks for your time. I really do appreciate it. Have a good time. Bye.